to crush them.
I think UK hip hop can deal with American hip hop.
I think what the war should be. Be careful what you say. I will say this, but I'll stand on it. What the war should be is UK rap versus grime. And if grime can defeat UK rap, then elevate and try and take out America. Yeah? I think UK rappers should be offended that these guys are representing us on a global scale.
No, but they need to start trouble. They should get buried. They want no one about to start trouble.
But UK rappers around before grime. So how dare these mans leap over us and say they're representing the scene?
So who do you think will represent the UK hip hop scene?
There you go.
It's America.
Who you feel?
So we drive to Stockwell or this?
Yeah, we're just gonna drive.
Yeah. Where's the button? So first, it's a science project, man. Where's the button for the roof?
The roof is there in the no.
Oh, there. Oh, right. Oh, wow. See how it goes, how it affects the lighting. See if I should wear this. Maybe I'll wear it on super or shit.
Okay.
Right.
Are we starting this drive to success? Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
So you're locked into the pirate episode of Drive to Success. It's your boy Scandoos, the hip hop original, alongside Semi. We call it Femi or? Yeah, man. I can be just Femi, it's cool. So yeah, man. So the concept of this is we're driving and we're talking about these current things that are happening right now. You know, obviously we got this US-UK battle that's happening. You know, it's got a lot of people up in arms, in their feelings. You know, some people feeling that they're not. I don't know, what's your view on it? Because you are highly opinionated about this.
You know what? I thought it was a UK versus US thing. Then I realized, no, it's a Skepta thing. To me, it's not a UK versus US. It's a Skepta has some issues and he's dealing with his issues personally.
Right.
But he shouldn't have said UK versus US, because I don't think it's about that.
Okay. Yeah. But do you think it's something that was ever in the works before Skepta said it? So, no one really cared, really.
No one really cared. No one really cared. I like the track though.
Yeah.
I think Skepta's track was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we talking about his first track or we?
No, the second track. The second track was fire. Right. What he did was fire. I think based on that, I would say he won.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's a Skepta thing on his own.
Right. What do you think? Yeah, man. I don't know. It's interesting because I think what we're seeing right now, the fact it's on all the blogs, a lot of the top American media personalities are talking about it.
Yeah.
So like because of Skepta's profile, the fact that he's a name in America. You know, he's been on the Drake album. If we could know who he is.
Yeah.
Right. So it's garnered a lot of media attention.
Yeah.
I think the issue is they weren't strategic enough. It weren't strategic enough. He should have looked. He needed some more vision behind it.
Okay.
He should have seen that. Okay, cool. Me battling Joyner Lucas needs to be a vehicle to put my crew in, like elevate the rest of the scene.
You don't think it elevated the scene?
Because we've not heard from anyone else. We've not heard from Wiley yet. We've not heard from Giggs ain't put a record out. Chip ain't put a record out. If all the top guys put records out, then it could be seen as a vehicle to shed light on everybody else.
I saw Giggs on, I think it's Drink Chance.
Yeah.
And he said, nah, he's not feeling any of that.
Okay.
Because he's already successful in the US. He's done pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, that's just messing up his all this is messing up his business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got friends and you got connections in the US. It's not really gonna work.
Yeah.
Because you're messing up yourself, basically. You're messing up your business.
That's what I'm saying. So the smarter move is if these guys that have come together and started a business together as a way to bring in international artists or something like that, elevate UK rap, then we could look at it as a positive, but them man are just looking at it, we got a clash, we got a beef, we got a clash. And it's like, so what are you trying to do? We're trying to destroy and rebuild? Where we go with this?
I think the other thing is it's grime, it's not hip hop.
Yeah.
So it's a grime thing. It's a grime.
And they try to bring grime culture to American hip hop. It's not gonna work, because all it's gonna take is one of the top US rappers to just come and crush it. And that's gonna be part of his legacy, that the artists that were crushed by American artists.
I mean, I get what he's trying to say from his track. He's trying to do it like the South in America. They weren't respected. Andre 3000 and Outkast, they weren't really respected because of their accent, the way they spoke wasn't accepted in like New York and all those places there. So I think he's feeling like, they don't understand the UK accent. We're not given the respect that we should be given. But we are, because Giggs is breaking through, Central C is breaking through. So it doesn't really add up because we're getting there. Maybe Skepta feels like he's trying to speed up the process.
Yeah. But you know what, right? That's a great example. And I think what the South did well, they didn't have to beef it. They didn't have to clash with New York. What they did instead, they just dropped quality. Outkast dropped classic albums. Collaborated. See, there was collaboration, on a Cremonite, they had Raekwon from Wu-Tang Clan was on the album, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it sounded amazing. And that's how they brought the worlds together. They brought the South together with the thingy. And UK rappers have been doing that well in recent years. They've had collaborations with US artists, and some of them have been really successful, You had Central C was on J. Cole's last project, so I think that was the way to do it, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. So you don't agree with Skepta's now?
I don't think this is short-term thinking, man. Okay. Because all it's gonna take is for one of them to bury him, and it's gonna set everybody back. You reckon? It will, because everybody's gonna be like, well, boy, Skepta's one of your top guys, and look what happened to him.
Okay, so
and it makes us look foolish because the whole scene is not behind Skepta. Giggs isn't even behind Skepta.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So what does that look like?
What do you think of Big Zoot's diss to Eminem?
It's well serious. Like Eminem's, it's a fun track, but like I think we realized quickly Eminem's not going to respond to that.
And Eminem won by not even responding. I didn't like the Big Zoot's track, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, he tried. He reached.
It wasn't like he can't go at him. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's embarrassment. They're gonna laugh at us for that.
Yeah, but then what it's exposing is that you can see the levels. Yeah, you can see the levels, man.
But then it's once again, I don't know what I don't even know about Big Zoot. What kind of music does he do? Is that hip? Is he a grime artist?
It's a grime artist.
So why is he doing hip hop? Why can't he just stay in his lane?
There you go, and that's the problem. When these grime men try and make hip hop, and there's UK hip hop artists which will crush them.
I think if UK hip hop can deal with American hip hop.
I think what the war should be. Be careful what you say. I will say this, but I'll stand on it. What the war should be is UK rap versus grime, and if grime can defeat UK rap, then elevate and try and take out America. Yeah, I think UK rappers should be offended that these guys are representing us on a global scale.
No, but they don't just start trouble. They should get buried. They would not want to start trouble.
But UK rappers are ran before grime. So how dare these mans leap over us and say they're representing the scene?
So who do you think could represent the UK hip hop scene?
There you go.
It's America.
Yeah, who you feel? We need more guys that are in the upper echelon. What, Loki? Loki's not interested. He's dealing with global issues. Akala's semi-retired. Who we got?
Akala, Phoenix the Icefire.
Phoenix the Icefire would do it, but he's not as high profile. What about a lot of our underground guys are underground.
What about Fly Hooli?
Fly Hooligan, he's got business with a lot of them Brazil guys. Why would you?
Well, that's it. No sense. If Fly Hooli's not involved, Phoenix the Ifire's not involved, who you got? Like, realistically, who you got? So they make a good tune and go at them.
So then the question is, where is UK hip hop? Where are we at?
Man, you need to tell me,
What?
You've been in it longer than me. I was in the gospel. I was in the gospel. I came in there 5 years ago.
The way things stand right now, I think we're still a bit fragmented.
We, there's been many artists trying to call for people to come together, but it's time to really step up.
What is the UK hip hop scene right now in 2025?
I feel like we've had this conversation already.
Who are our Avengers?
Who are our, well, that's what I said.
Who are the UK hip hop Avengers? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I would say.
Because if you ask me who the Grime Avengers are, I can tell you. You could say, look, Skepta, Getz, Wiley, Chip,
Would you put Black Fang in that list?
Oh, but that's a generation ago, man. We're talking about this current generation. Our hip hop route.
Would you put Logic in that list?
I'd put Logic in that list, yeah. But do you see how quick it was for me to wheel off the names for the Grime Avengers?
You know what? We need to leave. I personally feel like to get this done properly, we need to leave London. I think there's some dope artists outside of London.
Yeah, dope artists all up and down the UK.
Yeah.
And me saying that, by the way, is literally... I know the answer to the question because I've interviewed and I've spoken to a lot of amazing UK hip-hop artists. They're there. But it's the fact that...
I put Archer in that list. I put your group in that list. Maybe dig out Breeze as well.
Yeah, they're there. But are we together standing on business? That is the question.
They got that killer instinct.
Whereas I know with the grime artists, and I remember seeing this a couple years ago when I went to see DEE at Coco. DEE literally brought out half the grime scene. Came to support his show.
Yeah.
They came on stage, it was unified.
I went to see him at, is it Kentish Town?
Oh, Forum.
Yeah.
Yeah. And part of me had is a bit envious because I was like, damn, I'm part of this UK hip hop scene, and it's been a long time since I recall going to a UK hip hop concert and seeing an artist bring out that many artists from the scene together on one stage as a family.
So we haven't got the unity. So if we haven't got the unity, how could UK hip hop go and battle America?
Oh, there you go.
Is it not like a crush?
It's the foundation ain't there, man. We it's like a tree with no roots. We'll just get blown over.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because all it would take is for one man to just go against the grain and be like, nah, I'm not battling with these guys. I just embarrass us on the world stage.
Well, it's already happening. Look, Gigs, Skepta, everyone's already battling with us.
Yeah, well, should be embarrassed. Like, how is Gigs turned around publicly and said, nah, I'm not backing you?
So should Gigs have backed Skepta?
Maybe he shouldn't have publicly said that. Could have privately said that.
Yeah, I agree. I think everything shouldn't be on social media.
Because on the world stage now, people, anybody from America can look at that. Joyner Lucas could just be like, look, man, why are you stepping to me when your own people are coming against you? It just looks foolish. So that's where it's at, man, in my opinion.
But then, do we have any, I hear that, but do we have any big independent artists? Because everyone's signed to the record label, yeah, but they're backed by the label. We need dope independent artists who are doing well to back the cause. But we don't support independent artists like that.
I think what it is, and this is going to sound very controversial, the music needs to be good enough. We can't back people for the sake of backing them. Yeah? If people are putting out albums that are on the level of a Kendrick Lamar, yeah, with that production value behind it, with the tour, with quality, let's say what Little Sims did, if there was more artists like that, then you can say, all right, Paul, I
can guarantee you've written some dope tunes in your time, some heavy tunes, and it just sits on the net, and you're thinking, wait a minute, I spent 2 weeks writing this tune, and this is all it's doing. That's gonna be discouraging.
It is going to be discouraging, but then at the same time, if I'm completely honest with myself, if I say, look, if I had Kendrick budget, I'm as in the studios, them top manner, using the finest musicians, the finest vocalists, that meal will taste 10 times better.
But on the other side, I've seen people spend bare money, do a good project. I know some good artists who done some good project and they still went nowhere, even though the project was good and they put it out. It's a risk. It's a financial risk, of course, all the time, of course. And when you're spending your own money, it just takes for it to go wrong once, twice, and you're heartbroken.
Yeah. But that's the risk you run as artists, man. There can only be one Kendrick. And behind that one Kendrick is probably thousands of rappers that nearly got there. You know?
Okay, who are your top 10 UK artists?
Top 10, what, of all time or just now?
Just, I don't care, name, who are your top 10?